Welcome back and thanks for joining us. If you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified of each new video. In the last video, we closed up the upper and lower cabinets and we're so pleased with the result. In this video, we finally get to install our Ikea Sektion fridge cabinet and our Costco laundry sink. It's finally starting to look like a finished van. Hey guys, this is Dory, and I'm Mena. We travel with our lovely dog Fiona to help you discover the most beautiful spots and to share with you what it's like to live as a nomad. So subscribe and welcome to our channel.
In this video, we're going to be installing our fridge furniture that we purchased at Ikea and the kitchen sink that we purchased at Costco. If you haven't watched those videos, you definitely should go check it out. You might get a few ideas for your build. We decided to purchase the furniture because we're not that experienced in playing with woods. Not only that, the wood these days is super expensive and I'm sure we would have done a few mistakes. So Ikea came to the rescue. First thing you need to do before you buy your Ikea furniture is figure out the measurements. So for us, this was a cabinet for the fridge. It was important that the fridge had a good fit. We also didn't want the furniture to be too high, covering our window. Once you figured out the piece that you need, it's time to make some adjustments. Putting this furniture in a van is an easy task. However, you do have to make several cuts to make it fit just right. Building on a van, it's not like building inside of a house. We all know that. So we pressed the easy button on the fridge furniture and all the Ikea trips paid off. This is what we got, the section measurements. It works really well. Well, I wouldn't say really well because we haven't tested yet, but it fits the measurements for the fridge. So we bought the cabinet according to the fridge because we had the fridge before the cabinet, right?
So we have the semi-assembled section cabinet, exactly perfectly the size that we need it to be. Now right now at the top there, that's where we were supposed to connect it to the wall, but our furring strips don't go all the way there, they're down there. So we're using these brackets that we got at the hardware store to connect this section cabinet to the furring strips. The furring strips are connected to the van walls with riv nuts, plus nuts, or cross nuts, whatever you want to call them. So we've cut out these little holes, okay, so that we could connect these because the specific Ikea ones don't actually work with our application. There's some kind of other pieces and they all like click in together. Anyway, it's not working. So this is what we're going to be doing. So we are connecting it like that, and it looks like we have actually space for 2 or 3, which is beautiful. So we could put a few, and we want to secure that to those furring strips because they're mounted to the van walls with cross nuts, so they're super strong. And we're gonna have a fridge here filled with stuff. So that's really important that this piece of furniture is very well secured. So that's the plan.
So this is our fridge, Novakool. We purchased at R4500. It was very competitive in its prices. I can't remember exactly the price, but I think it was around 800 to 1,000. It was around there. And we have special instructions that we have to follow. So what happens is if the fridge is too hot, the fan keeps going. It never stops because the fan is to cool it off. And you keep hearing. So it's not fun to hear that at night. So to help the fan staying cool, is you got to make sure there's a good airflow in there. Good morning, YouTube. So today it's July 31st, Saturday, and yeah, we're back working because we got 4 weeks left. to make this girl camp ready. And we're anxious because we have been working a lot and hard. So this is our IKEA furniture. The thing is, when you're installing a fridge like this is a Novakool R4500. You need to put 1 inch at the bottom. They also suggest 1 inch on top, but hey, listen, we don't have 1 inch on top. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put some holes in the back. And hopefully that will do the trick. But we're gonna keep an eye on it. And we have all this space over here that we're gonna figure something out. Definitely this will be storage because we don't have much. And yeah, maybe pots and pans and whatever will go here. So we'll see. So that's gonna be our goal for today, to figure this furniture. It's just we're gonna have our sink over here. And the sink also has doors. So yeah, we're gonna figure this out, and I'll let you guys know as we go.
This is so cool. I really thought it was going to be too cramped, and I'll be honest, it is cramped, but it's perfect. It really is.
No, it works out good. I mean, listen, it's a van. All right, as long as we have room enough to go by and we're not hurting ourselves and the door is open, it works. So this is going to be your sink. Oh, wow. Here. Fridge works.
That's amazing. These will open for sure.
Yeah, for something at Costco, I think we paid $287. It was under 300. Yeah, really stoked. So now we're gonna have to build a small base for our sink because it's a little bit too low. And yeah, so we have quite a bit of work to do right now because we want to get this ready, because tomorrow my brother-in-law is going to come and give us a nice push, and hopefully by tomorrow when we're done we should be ready for the electrician and the plumber, and then we're ready for camping. That's exciting. All right, let's get to work. The first thing that we did to this IKEA furniture for the fridge was to add some carpenter's glue around the edges. This will prevent wobbling, and hopefully it will make the furniture last longer. Another thing that we did was we cut a piece on the back. This is to allow airflow for the fridge. We don't want that fan to be continuously on, draining the battery or making noise at night. Our kitchen sink, we bought it at Costco. It's actually a laundry cabinet with a stainless steel faucet, and I can't wait to show you guys the faucet. However, the only thing that we've done so far on that sink is we created a base. A quick tip for when you're making your base: make sure you're using a carpenter square and you're measuring diagonally. So this is our base for the sink. What size of
It's all about the base. The base. The base. They're 2x3s, but the guy told me they're actually 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. Why they call them 2x3s, I don't really know.
So that means we're gonna get a little higher sink since I'm super tall.
Well, it's still gonna be too short for you.
Well,
You're gonna be, if you do the dishes, you'll be doing them sitting down.
It's okay. Loving this IKEA cabinet. Honestly, guys, it just saved so much time. The other thing that's really good, I know you guys are gonna say, oh, it's IKEA, after a few kilometers it's gonna break. Well, we use glue, so everything is glued plus the nails, and if it breaks, IKEA sells spare parts. The instructions say to lift the fridge by 1 inch and also leave 1 inch on top. Unfortunately, we were not able to leave 1 inch on top because the counter is really flush, so we can't. But what I did, I put this big hole over here where the fridge is going to be, so all the heat will leave through there. We did a really long day, probably 7 hours of work today, if not more. About 7.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, and we're both tired, so I'm anxious to get home. We got to clean up shop because I always got to leave a clean garage for Dad. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. See ya. All right, here we are at the shop. It's not supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain. We're not sure. So we're getting our setup ready just in case. We're gonna put a nice tarp over it so we don't get wet. By just getting the ladder.
Oh, it's okay. I have it.
You have it?
I'm all right. I got it.
All right, we're all set up with the tarp. Probably just gonna put something in the middle, but it's not raining now and it's giving about 70% chances around noon. It's 9:15, 9:30. Crossing, it's gonna be okay. Securing the fridge cabinet was very straightforward. We used the L brackets to the furring strips. Now that the cabinet is secured to the vent, it's time to figure out all the electrical components, such as the electric wire, any USB or switches we want to install on the furniture. Then it's time to secure the fridge. Let's talk about this furniture since it's mounted. Those are the countertops we purchased at Costco, $40 each. It works really well, but we had to make a dado cut so they would sit straight on top of the furniture. We also added a vent to exhaust the heat from the cabinet. The entire cabinet was assembled according to the Ikea instructions. However, we did add some carpenter's glue, some extra nails, and some screws. On this side we have the Webasto, a 12 volt, a USB, and a 110. To mount the fridge to the cabinet, there's 4 pre-drilled holes, so we screwed it to the furniture. We used leftover plywood, about 3/4, to make a support wall for the fridge. We created a second cabinet. We glued them and used a small screw to bind them together. The countertop railings were included with the Ikea kit, so it was easy to secure our countertops by screwing small nails. We also added a magnet to the door. Want to make sure the door stays closed when you're taking those turns. This is the utility sink, if you want to call it. We saw the same model at Home Depot and Rhino Depot, and also Costco, so Costco was the winner. If I remember correctly, it was under $300. I'm not sure, but we have videos about this, so you could go check it out. I'll link them also down below. We did 0 mods in here, 0, 0, 0. The only thing that we had to do was make a base. So we made a base. We're still gonna put edge trimmers here, but anyway, we made a base to make it higher. And always we screwed the base directly down to the floors. Right? We took we took screws, base directly to the floor, and also after from the furniture directly to the base. So this is how we tied it down, and it's pretty strong. So here there's no door. When we purchased the furniture, there was no door already. We're gonna figure something out. So maybe a curtain. We want to put some sort of a door so we could have like a table or something. I'm not sure yet. We're at the final stage, so right now is just, you know, many projects at the same time. We're currently doing our plumbing, which is my brother-in-law Armando. He's been very, very helpful, and again, his first time building this an event, and he's doing really well. He's just able to figure stuff out very quickly, and we're very grateful. That being said, if anybody needs an extra set of hands, please message us. We'll link you guys up together. He does contract working, so if he has free time, might be able to hook you up. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for the furniture. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to sub. See you on the next one.